Take a look at a map and you'll notice something interesting. Population centers and vegetation are always found near water. Egypt's a great example. Deserts dominate the landscape, except for the areas closest to the Mediterranean Sea and running south along the Nile. Everything close to the flow of water is green. Everything outside of that is barren. Just as life depends on water to thrive, our economy depends on the flow of capital to prosper. Capital is the most powerful force in our economy. It determines what grows, what shrinks, what's created, and what disappears. The flow of capital shapes our future. Banks play an essential role in our economy by putting capital to work in and for our local communities. The single largest source of capital in our economy is the trillions of dollars sitting in the checking and savings accounts of individuals and businesses at the end of each day. Now, this money is always there when you need it. And with FDIC insurance, there's absolutely no risk of loss up to $250,000. A good banker can safely put that money to work in the local economy while it's not being used. We do this by making safe, low-risk loans to economically reliable individuals and businesses. This process is the very foundation of the U.S. economy. It drives growth, it creates wealth, and it shapes the future of our local communities and our country. Picture this: thousands of independently operated banks nestled in communities around Utah and across the nation, making daily decisions on how to lend their community's limited capital. It's a decentralized economic democracy. It's driven by risk and return. In almost every other country in the world, capital is allocated and controlled by a handful of large banks. But in America, we're fortunate to have thousands of banks of all shapes and sizes. Now, the allocation of capital is an economic function that should never be politicized or controlled by an exclusive group of people. Policymakers have the power and the responsibility to protect and cultivate the flow of capital. And by supporting policies that support a large number of diverse and strong local banks, we are supporting every segment of our community and the very mechanism that makes the American dream possible right here in Utah. The pursuit of happiness is different for every American. No matter what your dream, you should be able to rely on the U.S. banking system to help you realize it. That's why it's critical that we promote the creation of new banks and avoid policies that concentrate the power of capital. This makes the American dream more accessible to all Utahns every day. And working together, we can keep Utah's economy strong, diverse, and growing.